Yo, what's cracking, peeps? Happy Friday. T-Money here for Body Bags. Signing in on Body Bags. Reporting. T-Money reporting from Body Bags. And today we have a shitty sci-fi movie from 1986 by the name of Star Crystal. Now, let's start things off real and get right down to the meat of what I have to say about this film. Okay, so it's a 1986 film directed by Lance Lindsay, who I'm not really sure what else he did. I didn't look into it. Stars C. Justin Campbell, who plays Roger, Faye Bolt, John W. Smith, and several other people that you or I have probably never heard of. Basically, with this movie, you have E.T. meets, and I've read a lot of comparisons saying it's Aliens meets E.T. I don't want to spoil the movie, so I won't, but you can use your imagination. And I will tell you that this creature that's on the cover here is not in the actual film, so don't get... the reason why I bought this movie is because of the creature on the cover. I thought it looked really awesome, and I was very, very let down by the fact that this doesn't even exist in the film. You don't see this creature. There is an alien creature on the film, one, and the effects of him are pretty cool, but he doesn't look anything like this, so... just know that. So basically, 1986, Star Crystal, you have a group of people on a mission. The year, I think, is 2032, which in 1986 may have seemed like a long ways away, but from 2017 to 2032, nothing really fancy about this except that they're traveling in space, I guess. But so it's about a group of scientists or whatever traveling on Mars. They pick up a life form, bring it back to their spaceship. It kills them with like these tentacle things that are kind of like whipping and suffocating and drags them and eats them, and that's kind of what you get here. You don't see the monster until the end of the movie when he's revealed. You realize that although he looks cool, he doesn't look anything like this creature on the cover, and so just keep thinking, I guess, Aliens meets E.T. So it's a very weird, and what I've read is people are very mixed in their opinions of the ending of the film. The film altogether has rather mixed reviews. It's got a 3.3 rating on IMDb, so it's obviously not a highly regarded sci-fi film by any stretch of the imagination. From 1980, imagination. And yeah, there wasn't anything really that grabbed me here. The acting was terrible. So the cons of the film, I usually do pros and cons. The cons outweigh the pros by far in this one for me. The fact that you don't get this monster on the cover, the fact that it's a rather happy... I guess you could give them credit for trying to go against the grain and combine multiple subgenres of the alien subgenre. And kind of give you, starting out with terror and then turning into a happier, more Hollywoody ending, I guess. Traditional ending, but not like E.T., I guess. But I thought this was a sci-fi horror film, so my expectations were to see this monster destroy some astronauts or whatever, some folks in space, and I just didn't get that, so I guess I was disappointed. But then when I try and be optimistic about things and say, okay, it's not what I expected, I can't really say still it was a good movie. I didn't enjoy it. I thought the acting was terrible. I thought the special effects were okay. But it just was so mediocre that, the acting was terrible. I was happy. Actually, the one thing I liked about the second half of the film is that there was peace because all of these obnoxious, terrible actors were killed off. So that was cool. But there just wasn't really anything that stood out for me in this one. Yeah, and I kind of wanted to mix it up because I feel like a lot of the reviews I do are for films that I love and I'm passionate about. But this one in particular, because I was so excited to see this movie when I saw that Kino Lorber was releasing this badass sci-fi in the prime time. And I would have loved if it was just like a straight up Aliens ripoff. But it wasn't. They took it somewhere else and I didn't really like it. And the acting was pitiful. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I don't want to rant too much on this one. 5 minutes, we'll keep it at. 1986, I would say stay away from this one unless you're a hardcore sci-fi fan and you don't mind a more E.T.-ish ending. but it was just bad. The acting was bad. I mean, like, the special effects were decent enough. The interior design of the spaceship was decent enough. I'd give it a pass. I'd give the effects a pass. I'd give the creature design probably more than a pass. It was kind of the coolest thing about the film. It reminded me of something else where there's tentacles that are used. Was it Deadly Spawn or no? No. I'm not sure. Almost like, what's that guy's name who did Heart Attack? Also Night of the Tentacles. Indie filmmaker, but this was way before that. Just the tentacle things reminded me of that. But yeah, guys, I'd say skip this one unless, like I said, you're really into it. All right, cool. Thank you. Catch you next Friday on Body Bags Will Horror Lies. Peace.